Can Donald Trump really end birthright citizenship in America? Imagine being born in the United States, but being told that simply being born there doesn't automatically make you an American citizen. That is at the center of one of the biggest political and constitutional battles surrounding President Donald Trump. So what exactly is birthright citizenship? In the United States, the 14th Amendment to the Constitution has traditionally been understood to provide citizenship to people born on American soil, with limited exceptions. For more than a century, this principle has played a major role in determining who becomes a U.S. citizen at birth. But Donald Trump has challenged this interpretation. During his return to the White House, Trump moved to restrict automatic citizenship for certain children born in the United States, particularly when their parents are not U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents. The idea behind Trump's policy is straightforward. Trump and his supporters argue that the United States should have stronger control over who receives citizenship. They say the current system can encourage illegal immigration and what critics sometimes call birth tourism, where foreigners travel to the United States to give birth. But opponents strongly disagree. They argue that birthright citizenship is protected by the Constitution and that a president cannot simply change constitutional rights through an executive order. And that's where the biggest battle begins. Trump's attempt to change the policy has faced legal challenges in federal courts. Critics argue that the executive branch cannot rewrite the meaning of the 14th Amendment by itself. Supporters, meanwhile, argue that the amendment has been interpreted too broadly and that the government should have greater authority to determine who qualifies for citizenship. The controversy has now become much bigger than just immigration. It raises a fundamental constitutional question. Who has the power to decide who is an American citizen? The president, Congress, or the courts? And there is another important question. What happens to children who are already born in America under the current system? Any major change could affect thousands of families and potentially reshape U.S. immigration policy for generations. That's why the courts are so important. If the legal battle reaches the Supreme Court, the justices could be asked to determine whether the president has the constitutional authority to restrict birthright citizenship or whether the 14th Amendment protects it. The outcome could have consequences far beyond Donald Trump's presidency. It could affect future immigration policies, citizenship rules, and how the 14th Amendment is interpreted for decades. And that's what makes this issue so significant. This isn't simply a debate about Donald Trump. It's a debate about what the Constitution means and who gets to decide its meaning. So, can Trump really end birthright citizenship? The answer isn't as simple as signing an executive order. The courts will ultimately play a critical role, and if the Supreme Court takes up the issue, its decision could become one of the most consequential rulings on American citizenship in modern history. What do you think? Should birthright citizenship remain unchanged, or should America change the rules? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more videos explaining the biggest political stories in America, subscribe to the channel.